Hey there, everybody. Welcome. Welcome to another episode of Highly Motivated. Highly Motivated with your host, me, the Oraganji. That's who I am. That's who we all are. We're all Ganjis, all Oraganjis, all oracles of the world around us. Tonight, it's a Sunday Seshy. That's what you're joining us for. A little talk, a little smoke, a little chit chat. And even if you don't use cannabis, you're still welcome here on the show. Because cannabis isn't about the smoke. It's about all of us. Cannabis is within our bodies already. We have an endocannabinoid system that is bringing or trying to bring homeostasis to our bodies. So tonight, as we get together here on Highly Motivated, we get together for a little smoke, a little toke, a little talk. That's what we do. So welcome, everybody. Welcome to the show that's not a show that is community, that is something so much more. That is all of you. And I bring all of me. The authentic self is what I bring here to this show. Nothing more, nothing less. I wear no mask. I try not to be anybody but myself. No imposter syndrome here. Just me, Orin, the Oraganji. And tonight's show is a series of a continuation. Last episode was more of a spoken word, was more poetry. And the poetry of that show moved me. It moved me with a message. It moved me with something more. So whatever that is, I bring it to this show as well. I wanted to talk about cannabis. Cannabis cannabis was never meant to numb you. Cannabis was never meant to knock you out. It was meant for something more. Cannabis was not meant to mute your spirit. It wasn't meant to pause your life and take it over. That's not what this plant came here for. See, cannabis was never an escape hatch. It was a return. Before it was rolled, before percentages, before packaging, before strain names sounded like cartoons, this plant had a different job. Cannabis was medicine. Before the word medicine was even owned as medicine, cannabis was it. It was ancient. Before ancient meant outdated and not useful anymore. It was here before borders, before patents, before permission was given. Cannabis grew alongside us, not above us, not below us, with us. And that matters. It matters because nothing that grows with humanity for thousands of years does so by accident. It happens for purpose. This plant didn't survive ice ages, empires, burnings, bans, billion-dollar smear campaigns just to get you high. It survived because it worked. See, cannabis it's not a drug in the way we were taught to fear drugs. Cannabis is a conversation between your body and something it already recognizes. That's the part they never told you. You don't have cannabis receptors by coincidence. You don't have an endocannabinoid system by mistake. Your body didn't randomly decide, hey, let's build a full regulatory network just in case a plant shows up someday. Just in case. No. See, your body was built expecting this plant. Like a lock waiting for a key. That secret garden to open up. Cannabis doesn't force itself on you. It doesn't override you. It doesn't dominate. It balances. It whispers to systems that are yelling. It steadies systems that are shaking. It reminds the system that forgot how to listen. Cannabis was medicine before medicine became a business, before healing required a subscription, before side effects were longer than the benefit itself. Cannabis didn't come with commercials. It came with elders. It came with knowledge. It didn't come with warnings. It came with wisdom. Cannabis wasn't measured in milligrams. It wasn't measured. It was brought to the table with intuition. A leaf for the inflammation, a flower for pain, a seed for nourishment, a root for grounding. Whole plant, whole human, no separation. Cannabis was never meant to knock you out. It was meant to wake you into your body, to bring you back from your head, from the noise, from the constant hum of pressure that modern life tries to call normal. Cannabis was meant to soften the armor that you didn't realize you were wearing. To loosen the muscles, to drop your shoulders, to slow the breath just enough for you to feel again. Because healing doesn't happen when you're disconnected. Healing happens when you're present. See, cannabis is not just medicine. It's food. I talk about it all the time, a superfood. You know, a superfood that they quietly buried and removed from the table. Hemp seeds, complete protein, essential fatty acids, omega balance. Your heart still remembers this. You can eat this plant raw. You can juice it. You can ferment it. You can feed entire communities with it. But instead, they fed us fear. They fed us fear because a self-healing population doesn't buy as much, doesn't need as much, doesn't want as much. Cannabis is not just medicine. Cannabis, it's a fuel. It's a fuel. Cleaner than oil, renewable without destruction, capable of replacing plastics, textiles, paper, concrete, and fuel itself. This plant can rebuild cities without poisoning the soil beneath them. But a plant that gives people energy independence doesn't fit neatly into control systems. So they buried the story too. They buried the history that goes back more than 10,000 years. One of the first cultivated crops ever. Cannabis is not just medicine. It's a structure. Cannabis is structure. Hempcrete, stronger the older it gets, stronger with age. Homes that breathe, buildings that don't create sickness, walls that regulate temperature, like a living skin, like a living body. A plant that can house you, feed you, heal you, clothe you. This is not a threat to humanity. It's a threat to exploitation. It's a threat to corporation. Cannabis was never meant to knock you out. It was meant to align you, mind, body, soul. Not spiritual, not to like spiritually bypass you, not distract you from pain, but help you listen. Help you listen to what pain is trying to say. Because pain is information. And cannabis doesn't silence information. Cannabis translates it. Cannabis brings it to the table. This plant doesn't fix you. It reminds you. It reminds you that you were never broken. It reminds you it doesn't replace discipline, movement, hydration, love. It doesn't replace. It supports. It supports all of them. It supports love. It supports movement. It supports flow and vibe, energy. It doesn't do the work for you, you know? It helps you feel. It helps you feel where the work is, what needs to be worked. Cannabis was sacred. Cannabis was the most sacred before it was categorized, before it was scheduled. It was used in ceremony, in childbirth, in grief, in prayer, in love. And never to escape reality, but to enter it more fully, more authentically. To feel grief without drowning, to feel joy without guilt, to feel connection without fear. It was medicine for the nervous system before we even knew how to name it. And somewhere along the way, we were taught to use it wrong, to chase numbness, to chase oblivion, to chase silence instead of clarity. That wasn't the plant's failure. It was ours. Because intention matters. Cannabis amplifies what you bring to it. It amplifies the energy that you combine and flow with it. If you bring chaos, it will show you chaos. If you bring avoidance, it will deepen the fog. But if you bring presence, it will meet you there. Cannabis was never meant to knock you out. It was meant to bring you home. Home to your breath, home to your body, home to the quiet intelligence that lives beneath your thoughts. The part of you that remembers how to heal. The part of you that remembers how to love. This plant doesn't ask for belief. It asks for your respect, your understanding. It doesn't demand worship. It demands responsibility. It's not a miracle. It's a relationship. And like all relationships, how it treats you depends on how you treat it. Cannabis is ancient. Cannabis is medicine. Cannabis is food. Cannabis is fuel. And cannabis is structure. More than that, cannabis is a reminder that nature already solved most of what we're still arguing about. We didn't lose the answers. We lost the ability to listen, to hear, to feel. Cannabis was never meant to knock you out. It was never meant to numb you. It was meant to wake you up gently, to remind you that healing doesn't always hurt, That medicine doesn't have to be violent. That balance doesn't require domination. Sometimes it just requires remembering what we were always part of. And maybe, just maybe, that's why this plant keeps finding its way back. Keeps finding its way back even after everything they do, we do to erase it. Because some medicines just don't give up on us. Even when we forget who we are. Cannabis doesn't forget who we are. I find the energy, I don't know. The energy of it all is the energy of all of us. We grow faster to the new year. The year is coming to an end, but you are not coming to an end. You know? Tonight, I rest. Tonight, I laugh. Tonight, I love. Tonight, I hear music again. Tonight, I pay attention to myself while still thinking about everybody. Thank you for coming to Highly Motivated. Thank you for coming to this poetic spoken word, this discussion with the everything, the all. Thank you for coming to Highly Motivated. I am Oraganji, your host. Normally we come to you live. This is something different. This is something different because different is also great. Different is a change. It's a new direction of energy. So normally we come to you live Friday, Sunday, Wednesday. But right now, there are bigger energies that need my attention. There are bigger conversations that need to be had. So I come to you pre-recorded, but still the same energy, the same me. Still smoking with you. Still feeling. And then thinking. So I feel first, I think second. I still bring my energy to you. No matter what's going on in the world around me, I still find a way. To come to Highly Motivated, because this is a community that comes together. This is an energy bigger than all of us, because we are that energy combined. We are the energy of the world combined, of the universe combined. So when we watch this show and we work and move and change together, just by bringing our authentic self to the table, we change the world in small ways, in big ways. It's all energy. It's all vibe. It's all highly motivated. Thank you for coming to the show. Good night. And be amazing, because you already are amazing. Already believe it. You're already winning. You're already there. You just have to see it.